Hello there, lovely people, it's Alex from Nintendo Life here, and I'm back on the desk, and for very good reason, because once again, we're going to be looking at a thing where really it is the thing that is the focus, and not me talking about it. So we're here at the desk again. And that thing is, well, if you'd looked at the title, you'd know that it is this! If I can get it on screen in time. Yes, it is Super Play, which is a brand new SNES Magazine for 2017, which is frankly ridiculous. This is the only one issue they're going to do. As you can probably see at the top here, as I knock the camera, it says back for one final mission. And it is just for the one issue. This is not going to be a recurring thing or anything like that. But Future Publishing have stuck this out. They sent me a copy and I was like, you know what? That's a pretty cool idea. So, well, let's have a look at it. I mean, from the start, I mean, look at this on the front. This is some Will Overton art right here. Now, Will Overton did all of the original Super Play front covers back in the day, so it's nice that they managed to get him back for this. Although he is a good sport, so no doubt he was just like, yeah, sure, whatever. But anyway, let's have a look inside and I can have a breather. So basically, Super Play was a magazine in the United Kingdom back in the 90s, presumably. I'm really not the best judge for this kind of thing because I wasn't alive. Well, I was alive during it, obviously. I was born in 91. But I never owned a copy of Super Play because I just think I was too young, and I had a SNES, but it was at my grandmother's, So, but anyway, this is kind of weird because it's a SNES magazine. You open up on Splatoon 2, which is so modern. So there's this strange juxtaposition going on here, which is actually kind of fun. And you got, it's like a proper traditional magazine. I mean, it really is the real thing. It's nothing cheap. It's a real magazine, and I believe it comes free in the most recent copy of Retro Gamer magazine. I'll double check that. And you open up, it's got an index, although really, shouldn't that be a contents? Contents index is at the back. I don't know, it's been so long since I did anything to do with that. Literacy was never my strong suit. But anyway, interesting, there's an interview with Dylan Cuthbert here. We got the Will Overton art again, which is lovely. Hands-on with the SNES Mini, which I know all about. And it's also got not original, but new reviews of the original old games. There we go, he's talking about the SNES and talking about also, oh no, I missed a page, sorry there. And this is the talking about the original and stuff like that, and including this crazy thing down here, which was the Satellaview, I believe. It's difficult to tell through the viewfinder. And we're, you crack on, there's all sorts of interesting things. There's a thing about Star Fox 2 here. Interestingly, it says here that, sorry, no, it is down here, in fact, that the R-Wing Interceptor, in fact, let's zoom in on this. Apologies for the slightly wonky angle, but this is the best I could do in the short time that I've got before I need to go out. It says here that it comes with barrier to defense and also twin blasters, which they do not do in the final SNES Mini version of Star Fox 2. I just thought that was worth mentioning. And then it goes on, you go around the corner and you see this is the Dylan Cuthbert interview. You really want to get in, really into grips with that, but I really don't have much time here. And Anime World, right, I'm going to move on from that. Anime is really not my kind of thing. There's also a review here that gives Donkey Kong Country a 77 out of 100%, so you can ignore that entirely. And it goes through and reviews all the all the old games. I said Earth games because there's Earthbound up there. Silly, silly. And every single game that's on here has its own little sort of bite-sized review in these little boxes here, and there's loads of screenshots and stuff like that. It's a proper magazine. I mean, I haven't had a proper gaming magazine in a very, very long time. This is a real treat for me, actually. It takes me right back, although the design is very dated, but in kind of an appealing way, weirdly. Not a design that I remember, but I can clearly tell from the use of color and stuff like that, the way that it's done. This is a dated design. I mean, look at that yellow on that blue. Ooh. And then when you get past all the reviews, eventually, that I can agree with, we get into, this thing like there's a competition and everything. There's something talking about Super Punch-Out, which again is probably just a review. And there's, import reviews as well. I think these are maybe some of the games that are on the Super Famicom Mini, but not the SNES Mini, because, regional differences and stuff like that. People, from different regions have different preferences, or at least Nintendo seems to think so, which is probably true, because I've never heard of... Oh, no, I've never heard of Ganbara Gomon. Actually, I think I have. Never mind. Okay, so I've heard of all those sort of things. But anyway, it's also got What Card, which I believe is a callback to the original as well. But again, I don't know. I never had an original. And it's just talking about, sort of all the different things, talking about the games, and I think... In fact, no, is that... I think maybe this is Yes, it's the SNES Mini 2 Fantasy Edition. Sorry, yes. These are all the games that the people who wrote this want to see on the SNES Mini 2, hypothetically, although chances are it'll never exist. But who knows? Maybe they'll release a different version of it, but it's not likely. And then it ends with advert and an advert for ARMS, which I think is really cool. Also, apparently, my colleague's in here somewhere, but I've not been able to find it. Hang on, I haven't seen that yet. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Understandable. But yes, my colleague Damien McFerrin had a hand in this, and I found this out about half an hour before recording. They don't even know that this has arrived yet. So, that's a thing. He's a good bloke, he should read this. So, there you have it. I mean, it's a real oddity because, I mean, I love it. I mean, I don't think anything like this was done with the Mini NES. But the Super NES, clearly, you know, sort of Super Play was a big deal back in the day. And so they made a new one, and I mean, it's not terribly long. I think it's, you know, about 50 pages long, but you know what? It's good fun, and honestly, I can't see why you could complain about this. I think it's lovely. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then why don't you leaf through the very long edition of that subscribe button that totally doesn't exist because the subscribe button is still in effect. And be sure to check out nintendolife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo-related content. Thank you again for watching. Bye-bye.